back for the second quarter final of the day from Entebbe. Avengers managed to beat Ceylon Lions to make it to the semi-finals, and in the morning we saw James Sugar beating up on Rounders by 9 wickets to make it to the other semi-final. But now we have an affair between the defending champions Wanderers Cricket Club. They have Aboojo in their way, the two umpires right in the middle, Norbert Abbey and Simon Chintu, to see us go through. It will be spin to open up things here. Matthew Musinguzi has the ball, left arm off break. There as he comes. First ball, a half tracker, but it will be judged right by the umpire. Wasim Bat and Abu Seguya are the opening batters for Wanderers Cricket Club. My name is Evan Cyprian Sajabi, and allow me welcome my co-commentator Lennon Kangume. Lennon, welcome back and good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Ivan. Good game again. Second game at Lugogo Cricket Oval. I think these are two teams which will look to get into the semi-final of the UG20. Yeah, earlier on, Aboojo won the toss and elected to bowl first, as the GM Sugar did in the morning. Definitely the wicket playing dirty on the Rounders team.
Very quick there from Matthew Musinguzi, and the dot ball there for Aboojo. Aboojo trying to do everything right. They look to be charged up this afternoon here at Lugogo Cricket Oval. The defending champions have a chance to defend their crown if they can overcome Aboojo. That is hit. A bit of a slog. Manages to access it quite well, picking it up with a bounce. And a maximum there for Wasim Bat to get off the mark.
Yeah, that's pitched up to the batter. Wasim goes for the slog sweep and manages to get the first runs off the bat with a boundary. Wasim Bat, known for destructive batting, could be brutal or call it lethal if you don't get him early. Very good, decent batter in our local league.
Indeed, Wasim Bat there. Very, very aggressive and known for those powerful hits. He needs to make sure that he gets Wanderers off a very good start. A half tracker there, but just dubbed down the ground by Wasim Bat. Good ball there from Matthew Musinguzi.
Just take a phone.
Wanderers strikes right away. In the first over, Matthew Musinguzi manages to pick up that big wicket, the big wicket of Wasim Bat. Wasim looked to be comfortable after scoring the maximum, but he falls into the trap, and Aboojo are now the happier side as they see off the dangerous Wasim Bat. A catch was taken, and Wasim Bat will have to depart. First wicket there for Aboojo coming in the first over will be a great positive for them, because they are trying to make sure that they exert early pressure, and the plan so far so good working out for them.
Fortunately, Juna took that catch in that extra cover region. Beautiful catch. Shows Aboojo are on business as the game in it and in the game's early stages. Matthew Musinguzi debuted for Uganda this year. Impressive figures for him during that tournament, the Pearl of Africa Series tournament.
Indeed, Matthew Musingu is not a player you can rate off very quickly. He manages to make an inroads for Aboojo. Balls it short and a bit quick. Manages to squeeze in a dot ball. That will mark the end of the over. And after the first over, the score is 7-1. Good start there for Aboojo Cricket Club. Rahil Sarwar is the new batter in to join Abu Seguya at the crease. And now we will see some pace coming in from Aboojo as Lyndon Mutengesa will be bowling for Aboojo Cricket Club from the side of the Ginger Road.
The Aboojo Cricket Club, a collection of players who have studied or gone through the Nyakashula Cricket School or Nyakashula School in Fort Portal, western part of Uganda. A hub for very good players, currently pouring nice and good players into the national team. For example, Joseph Baguma and Innocent Mwebaze add on the former bowler Matthew Musinguzi.
Yeah, good bowling there from Lyndon Mutengesa as manages to pick up the dot ball there off his very first delivery. Went for a bouncer. Abu Seguya did not see that coming, but the umpire just confirms that he will be bowling one every over. He's a man with height, power, and precision. The energy he uses to hit the deck, Lyndon Mutengesa makes the art of pace bowling to look so good, and now he'll be charging in again to bowl the second ball of the second over. A bit of a half tracker, very quick, but not anywhere close to Abu Seguya. Another dot ball there for Aboojo.
A good pace for Lyndon earlier on, maintaining a good line. Of course, Abu Seguya will be wary of just trying to guide those balls, wary of a man in the gully region. Well, and probably a third slip there, Pascal Murungi.
Aboojo known for using that slip cordon quite well. I tell you, they have a fielder at Gully in Fortunate Ali Juna, and they have Pascal Murungi, former captain of the Baby Cricket Cranes, standing close to second slips area. They don't have anyone on the fine leg side, and the protection they are having is they have two fielders patrolling the boundary, one at third man, another one towards the gully area, but down as Lyndon Mutengesa keeps bowling to the good areas there, keeping everything on the offside for Aboojo Cricket Club.
Quite funny how to see such a fielding. It's a field set for Abu Seguya. Actually, if you look at it, even there is only one, as you've mentioned, only one fielder on the leg side. So as a batter, you expect it coming nicely on the offside.
I tell you that field setup just shows you how much the captain for Aboojo Cricket Club trusts his bowler. And so far so good. Dot balls only in this over. Lyndon Mutengesa just making sure that he bowls everything on the offside, because he needs to try and make sure that he bowls as per the plan and the field setup. That's why you see he's just making sure that he keeps it to that good line and length to make sure that Wanderers Cricket Club does not get anything from this over. Last ball of the over there from Lyndon Mutengesa. This time around it gets to the blade of Aboojo, but no run is taken. Maiden over there for Aboojo Cricket Club, and 7-1 is the score after 2 overs.
Yes, after that first testing over of pace from Lyndon, of course Wanderers will look for a way to score off Lyndon. They will don't just watch the ball run to the wicket keeper. They need runs on board. They were asked to set a target.
Spin returns in the attack there for Aboojo Cricket Club. Matthew Musinguzi, who picked up a first wicket in the very first over that he bowled this afternoon for Aboojo, will now return to bowl more of his leg spin. He uses the left arm to bowl. Just gets those balls drifting away from the batter. Sarwar, just watching those ones will sail away from him. This time off the bat, but it's still in that zone. There is another slip fielder there in Brian Saba, as Matthew Musinguzi is getting this ball away from the batter. Wild swing, but no contact whatsoever. Protection is at deep mid wicket and long off. Good idea there from Aboojo Cricket Club to make sure that they pick up another wicket here.
Yeah, Wasim Bate, a culprit earlier on in the first over of trying to go hard at the bowling of Matthew Musinguzi, and perished in no quick time after just scoring 4 runs. Of course, Rahil Sawa, good time of the ball per se, but I think he just needs to first get a hold of some balls to get some singles, probably get into a rhythm. Chance of a catch, falls short of that fielder. Fortunate, would have been a brilliant catch, tried to go forward, but it was a little bit short of his hands. Good chances here created by Matthew Musinguzi.
Yeah, Matthew Musinguzi trying to make sure that he creates chances early in the game to make sure that he picks again for Aboojo. Aboojo will now get on strike. Aboojo, a very good player of spin. He gets down to the ball and plays the reverse sweeps and the sweep shots. Should be a chance for Wanderers to pick some runs when they have that man there right on strike. But let's see what he does. Plays it late. I told you Abu has done some good judgment of the spin, but doesn't get any run. Well, that dot ball will mark at the end of the 3rd over. Score is 8-1. Just 1 run given away by Matthew Musinguzi in his 2nd over.
Ivan, 3 overs done, half of the power play. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I tell you, it's already a very good start there for Aboojo Cricket Club, given the 2nd over was a maiden. First over they gave away 7, but indeed picked up a very big wicket of Wasim Bate. 2nd over giving away just 1 run, and there comes Lyndon Mtengesa to bowl the 4th over of the game. It's already a very good start there for Aboojo. A bit of a half tracker, but bounces way high and will be judged wide by the umpire there. But I tell you, Sarwal showing a bit of intent there. He said, I've seen you bounce these balls to Abu when I was standing on the other side, but I'll try and make sure that I take you on as much as I can.
Yeah, definitely. Sarwal's thinking, he's saying, look, you're not trying to hit the wickets. Why should I be afraid to take you on? Remember that Mutengesa's bowling. They have only one fielder that close to the leg umpire. Oh, chance. Didn't carry enough. They only take one. Look at those fielders splinting from the offside to get to the onside to take that.
Yeah, some good athleticism there being displayed by Innocent Mweva as they try and make sure that he saves that one from running away. But that shot there, you cannot describe it anyway. But nonetheless, it's brought some runs for Wanderers Cricket Club. The defending champions don't see any runs coming their way as Aboojo still tightening the screws. Another dot ball there coming in from Lyndon Mutengesa, trying to make sure that the bats are still silent here at Lugogo Cricket Oval. The plan so far so good, working out for Aboojo Cricket Club. They know by winning the toss, they had to, by winning the toss and choosing to bowl first, they have to limit to limit Wanderers to as few runs as they can. And so far the plan is working out for them. A bit fall, but beautifully driven there by Aboojo. This time round there, Lyndon Mutengesa missing his line, bowls it full to Aboojo and manages to flash it through the cover area to pick up that boundary. Much needed for Wanderers Cricket Club if they are to get to a bigger total and maybe come later on and defend it.
A bit of fearless cricket there from Aboojo. Definitely Lyndon missed, pitched up the ball close to Abu. Being in the slot, Abu didn't hesitate to take it for a 4. Lofted cover drive to beat those two fielders.
This time round, Lyndon goes to the initial game plan and manages to squeeze in a dot ball. Good work there from the wicket keeper, Ivan Thethemira, former player of the Cricket Cranes, former coach of the Baby Cricket Cranes. They are chipping in some good work. Ivan Thethemira is also one of those who have developed cricket in that Nyakasura area. He's really given his full commitment to making sure that he sees cricket growing in that area. And so far, we can see some rewards. A shimmy down the track there, a bit of an edge, no fielders on the yon side. And the umpire will confirm that those are 4 by runs to be added onto the total for Wanderers Cricket Club. Wanderers will be happy. 2 boundaries in the over so far. Not a very bad there for them.
Take that every day for Wanderers. Lyndon going away from the plan, bowling it towards the pads. Of course, Abu missed out, but beats that keeper as the ball is swerving towards the boundary. 18 for 1 is the score after 3.5 overs. Last delivery of his second over in his spell.
Softy touch, but no run is taken, set back by his partner. A dot ball in the end, and that marks the end of over number 4. A fruitful over there for Wanderers Cricket Club. 8 runs coming off that over. Looking at the drought that they had previously, and after 4 overs, the score is 18 for 1. Wanderers Cricket Club still fighting and building back to make sure that they get back in this game. We saw the second over being a maiden, but since then Wanderers Cricket Club has tried to make sure that they get some runs. There will be a bowling change as Pasco Murungi, who just returned a few months ago from Zimbabwe, where he went and took part in their league. He is the former captain of the Baby Cricket Cranes, and he led the team to the to the 50 over under 19 World Cup in West Indies in 2022. Will now replace Matthew Msinguzi. Matthew Msinguzi is also part of that squad. And now we'll see spin coming from both sides for Aboojo Cricket Club.
Yeah, two fielders on the onside. Definitely a man in the mid wicket and mid-on.
Picks up the length very nicely. Plays it in the vacant area. Should run away for a boundary. Good shot there from Sarwar as he manages to pick up another boundary there for Wanderers Cricket Club.
Rahil playing fearless cricket, needing no second invitation to hit that ball full to the boundary. Very good batting here. Wanderers into the 20s.
If Wanderers is to get a very big total, they will try and make sure that they pick as many as these as possible. And we see there Ivan Thauthomura trying to send in some instructions, trying to make that fielder who is at mid wicket to stand in the right area. But we see Kao corner and long off right at the boundary, down the leg there. Not the best of bowling there from Pascal Murungi. Another extra there for Wanderers Cricket Club, and they'll be happy because now the runs are coming their way.
Well, I think one lesson for Aboojo, if you've been well conversant with their way they play, today they have to be a lot more disciplined than they will be than they would play in a normal league game, because this is a do or die. You have no other chance. You make a mistake, you may end up losing the game entirely. But that's a dot ball. Hit the under the edge under the bat. Definitely Nyakashura is a team with abilities. There's a lot of exploits in his Mwebaze Innocent. Another good fast bowler, and Dan Keith Amani.
A bit of an edge, half chance, but full effort there from Joseph Benjamin Baguma. The catch doesn't stick in the hands and the run is taken, but what an effort there to stop that one from going to the boundary from Baguma.
Yeah, beautiful effort there from Baguma. Tell you it was right in front of us, but if that had stuck in the arm, that would be the catch of the season. Very beautiful fielding from the youngster, showing his importance and maturity in the game. Definitely also playing for the national team currently.
Yeah, he was part of that team that played in the World Cup T20 qualifiers about a month ago in Zimbabwe. Joseph Baguma, a bit full and driven down the ground, straight to long off, and there is a fielder in Brana Saba. Good fielding there, and just one run is taken.
Pascal Murungi, whose responsibility to bowl only comes at club level, right on the national team. It's been a long time since he has bowled on the national team, but nevertheless on club cricket level he delivers the goodies.
Yeah, he shows some good precision there. When you see his bowling. From Entebbe Cricket Oval, Ismaili Community Cricket Club is taking on Catch Tigers in the other semi-final. Ismail won the toss and elected to bat first. That is hit very well. One bounce and 4 runs onto the total. Good looking shot there from Sarwar as he picks up another boundary there for the side.
Going down the track was Rahil Sawal, just meeting that in the mid crease, just directing it over the fielders inside the circle for another boundary. That brings up the score to 29 for the loss of 1 wicket after 5 overs. 1 over to go in the power play. Fielding restrictions are currently 2 fielders outside the circle are only allowed. Definitely the skipper has gone for a bowling change from the Ginger Road end, brings in an informed Joseph Baguma.
You are looking at the results of the games that happened in the morning, the two quarterfinals. Avengers beat Sierra Lions by 13 runs. That was some bit of a revenge, because last year it was Sierra Lions who beat Avengers in the semi-finals. Rounders has lost to Gem Sugar winning that game by 9 wickets. In this afternoon, Aboojo taking on Wanderers at this ground, but in Entebbe, Ismail Community is taking on Catch Tigers. And from there, the score is 24-1 after 3.4 overs. Ismail Community batting first. Joseph Baguma there replaces Lindoli Mutengesa. Starts with a bit of a half tracker, play to the cover area. Brilliant fielding, and no run is taken.
Fascinating stuff, Ivan. The two teams actually who are relegated, one is already into the semi-finals.
And another one is still battling it here in Wanderers Cricket Club. But Wanderers not a team you can write off. I think Wanderers also thrives on luck. When you look at their journey last year to winning the championship, they had Sierra Lions in their way, Catch Tigers in their way, and they beat up Rounders in the finals. And when you see here, you can't really rule them out. They have tried to reorganize themselves and they are trying to build up their innings again.
Yeah, the umpire there, Simon Chintu, calling a no ball, definitely for an overstep. Abuse Guya to face the free hit. It's very important for Wanderers to take these runs as quickly as they can and as soon as possible. Just chips it there. Definitely, even if that was caught, it won't matter as that was a free hit. Score, Wanderers currently ticking the scoreboard nicely. Score is 30-1 after 5.2 overs. 4 balls to play. 3 rather to play in the power play. Rahil has a swerve at that, but Joseph Baguma will collect beautifully. Rahil Sawa currently at 11 of 12 deliveries, and Abu Seguya 5 of 16. A bit Abu Seguya becoming so expensive. Needs to catch up and improve on that strike rate of 31.25. Played cautiously there. There will be no run there. Rahil tells off Abu that he can't take that. Bit of change in the field. Dan Keith Amani moves to the square leg region. Of course, Elijah moves into the cow corner directly. Of course, it's a trap for Rahil. Just slices it away nicely, but that won't count for a run. The score is 31 for the loss of 1 wicket after 6 overs, and that will mark the end of the power play.
Wanderers Cricket Club losing a wicket early. Wasimbat falling in the first over. But they have tried to make sure that they take care of that wicket column. And currently Abu Seguya and Rahil Sarwal are trying to build back the innings. Try and make sure that they bring back Wanderers in things. 30 man is down. Cow corner and Longo off, patrolling the boundary. Extra cover. Infident Alijina also falls down, and Keith Danaman there at short covers. Pasco Murungi returns to ball his second over from the shell end. Started the slower. Play down the ground. Hesitation between these two batters. Run out chance, but he slides down. Amos Ahura doesn't get hold of the ball, but that could have been trouble for Wanderers Cricket Club.
Yes, very messy in that gully region. Amos Ahura not picking up the ball. Eyes were directed onto the stumps before ball was in the hands. But I tell you, that was miles gone for Abu Seguya.
Amos wanted the run out before he got the ball. Another shot pitched and slow delivery there from Pascal Murungi, but he goes away with it. Back-to-back slowers, and he's managed to make them count into the 2 balls. Pascal Murungi.
Definitely, it's a game plan for Pascal. 2 consecutive slow balls, making the batter think harder. Because Abu is looking wary to play fast deliveries.
This time round it comes quick and it is worked away by Abu Seguya. Running around it is Lidwani Mutengesa, but that will go past the boundary. Down at the fine leg side. I think the idea from Pascal Murungi initially was good, going in for the slowers. But as soon as he goes for a quick one, it gets onto the edge of Abu Seguya's bat. And it has enough legs to run away. A welcoming boundary for Wanderers Cricket Club.
Abu Seguya good with the nitty-gritty, the flicks, the edges. Perfect flick. Not using too much power, just directing it down the leg for a welcome boundary. Definitely a lot has changed. If you can see, for us who saw Pascal ball in his tender age, in his runner, probably the time lag between the time he bowls competitively, getting his strides back.
Goes down to sweep, but doesn't make any contact. Looked like it was going wide, but there was a bit of movement there from the batter. Abu Seguya as he shuffled round the stumps. Tries to go for that scoop, but doesn't make any contact. And nothing fruitful from that shot. A dot ball for Aboojo. Another slower, this time around played down the ground. There is a man running around it in Innocent Mwebaze, but a bit sloppy and not reacting so quickly. Wanderers Cricket Club will capitalize on that and pick up 2 runs.
Yeah, Innocent at first ran directly to the ball, but good enough he adjusted quickly and got around the ball to prevent, at least save the team for 2 runs.
Yeah, but looking at the position where Innocent Mills was running in from, he's standing a bit straighter at that long off boundary. So running to the wide side, I'll take him some time. Soft touch, hesitation there between the 2 batters. Not the very best of throws, but the very good backup there. And again, another throw. Not so convincing. A comment of errors, but Wanderers will settle for just 1 run.
A lot is happening out there, Ivan. Incidentally, chances of runouts, 2 chances, and probably extra runs. 2 more extra runs were almost got. Probably Abu Seguya seeking some medical treatment.
Not the very best of throws coming in from these Aboojo fielders so far. Clearly, if that throw was straight to the hands of the wicketkeeper on the first attempt from Abu Seguya, could have resulted quickly into a run out. But even the backup fielder in Kaseja, who was at mid-wicket, also did chip in the very best of throw, just throwing the ball to the middle of the wicket. And Wanderers not capitalizing on picking that extra run. Joseph Benjamin Baguma returns to ball from the side of the Ginger Road. And after 7 overs, the score is 38 for 1. Well, there is a bowling change there for Aboojo Cricket Club. The captain for the day, Brian Asawa, not so much known for bowling, but now he will have the ball for Aboojo Cricket Club. Brian Asawa, just known for his deceitful acts to the batters, but was part of that team that played for Uganda in the Under-19 World Cup in 2022 in West Indies. He's a top order bat. He's been a bit aggressive there during that series between Uganda Emerging and Uganda A, and there he comes. Starts with a quick one, but a dot ball to start off things.
Brian Asawa, very tricky bowler, has a lot of floaters and quickies. Batsmen should be very assertive of what is to be delivered.
Kithana man walking in. That is played up. Should beat the fielders. Lofted cover drive, and it will run away for another boundary there for Wanderers Cricket Club.
Definitely Aboojo playing that beautifully. Lofted cover drive, putting the pressure on the part-time bowler.
Not sure why Aboojo has gone in for Brian Asawa. I could have brought Fortunate Aljuna to come and bowl. And I also have so many options. Innocent Mwebas yet to bowl and over. No reason for going in for the part-time. A bit full, but just played straight to the fielder there at mid-off, Benjamin Baguma, but no run is taken.
Benjamin Baguma there hesitating to hit the stumps because of no backup behind the stumps. They don't want any drama to happen this time. These are stumps. They don't want any drama to happen this time, this early in the game.
One thing I've seen about these two, Rahil and Aboojo, that is played up in there, chance to catch the gully area, completes the catch, and Aboojo Cricket Club have another wicket in the bag.
Yes, Abu falling prey of Brian Asawa. Try to sweep it down the leg, but the shot had no conviction in it. The ball getting the top edge of Seguya's bat, and very good fielding and athleticism from Matthew Musinguzi from the short third man almost to reaching the short leg area. Beautiful catch there to bring up the second wicket, but currently the score is 38 for the loss of 2 wickets. Sorry, 42 for the loss of 2 wickets after 7.4 overs. In comes the new batter, Fred Achelam.
Fred Achelam, player for the Cricket Cranes, will now be the new man to come in and get some runs for the side. I tell you the reasons why Fred Achelam is walking on with the helmet when the spinners are bowling is that he loves entering into the line of the ball and playing the reverse sweeps, sweep shots and slog sweeps. Those are his scoring shots. And now that there is a part-time in the attack, will be important to see how Brian Asawa tries to challenge Fred Achelam. Fred Achelam has played for the Cricket Cranes and is still a player on that very team. Unfortunately, not part of that squad that went for the World Cup qualifiers in Zimbabwe about a month ago. But he is a very handy wicket-keeper batter. Doesn't give away so many runs. And he is a man who can get you some runs with the blade. So there he comes in. Not sure what the plan will be for Brian Asawa bowling to Fred Achelam. But this is yet another quarter final matchup of the UG20. This is the second edition of the UG20. Wanderers Cricket Club beat Rounders last year in the finals at this very ground to come out as champions 2024. They have a chance to go on with their journey to defending the trophy if they can overcome Aboojo this afternoon at Lugogo. Half tracker tries to go for a sweep but misses. The umpire confirms that touched something and a dot ball in the end.
Should have clipped the thigh pad or something. Should be aware of those balls as Brian Asawa bowls his last ball of the over. Well fielded by Baguma. to end a fruitful over in which they've picked a wicket, but the score is 42 for the loss of 2 wickets. Of course, Aboojo perished in that over. Only scored 17 of 27 balls.
Yeah, just 7 runs. Sorry, just 4 runs coming off that over there by Brian Asaba, the part timer. He's really done good work trying to make sure that as the captain of the day, he makes inroads for the side. Of course, with the departure of Wasim Bat in the very first over, Rahil Sarwar and Aboojo, we are trying to build up some bit of a partnership. But the introduction of Brian Asaba in the bowling attack just gave them a chance to break that partnership. There will be a subsequent bowling change there for Aboojo as Keith Aman replaces Pascal Murungi. Extra cover, longo on, longo off. Third man, deep mid wicket are all patrolling the boundary to make sure that Keith Aman doesn't go for many. Keith Aman well known for bowling on the wrong foot, but uses it to his advantage. Try and make sure that he picks up as many as he can. Will be coming in right arm over the wickets. It will be interesting to see how Wanderers takes on the task from here on. Keith Dunn steaming in. I tell you, for the previous seasons, we've seen Wanderers Cricket Club bringing in some mercenary from Rwanda. Players like Emile Rucheriza, Martin Akayezu have always come around to play for Wanderers Cricket Club, but this year they haven't been in Uganda so many times. I think maybe because of Rwanda having so many elite leagues where they don't want, where they want to test their local players and not allowing them to get out of the country. But Wanderers playing with what they have to try and make sure that they can defend the crown. A dot ball there from Keith Aman to kick off his first over. Very short there from Keith Aman, but not punished. Rahil Sarwar trying to rock on the back foot, try and cut that one, but doesn't make it even close to the blade. Back dots there from Keith.
I think Rahil batters on the other side of Rahil should make sure. I've seen Rahil play. He's a guy who won't easily give out the wicket. I think now Freddie, what he has to do the other side, or any other batter who will come, he has to play the aggressive role as Rahil tries to look for those ones and twos.
That is cut. Chance to catch, but should be out. He missed focus because of that sun. Innocent Mwebaze, and that will go away for another boundary. What a shot there from Rahil. Just cutting it over the cover. There was some chance to catch, but that just had to run away for a maximum.
Yeah, good uppercut there from Rahil. Definitely sorry for the fielder, but the sun is part of the game. You can't take it away from the sky. You have to readjust, and probably making it harder is that short boundaries in Lugogo, they make it harder for you to adjust on the boundary to take those catches.
Rahil Sarwar trying to make sure that he still gets some runs there for Wanderers Cricket Club. A bit short play down the ground, but well fielded there by the busybody Matthew Musinguzi. The 2 wickets that have so far fallen for Wanderers Cricket Club have all had the involvement of Matthew Musinguzi. He bowled the first over, picked up the first, and while he was fielding at short third, He took a beautiful catch to see off Abu Seguya. Two batters, aggressive batters, Wasim Bat and Abu Seguya have already gone back to the heart for Wanderers Cricket Club. But now we see third man coming up, another fielder going down. Tries to go for that scoop, but committing very early to the shot. Tries to go for the ramp. That man there, Rahil Sarwal, but doesn't make any contact.
Definitely, Keith Dunn noticed that very earlier on in his run-up. Decided to just adjust it and bowl it leg side. Definitely, the umpires wouldn't call it a wide because of the batter not being in his normal body position, trying to change his batting shape.
Keith Dunn trying to force Rahil to play on the offside. Swings hard, but didn't even saw where that one passed. A dot ball, and that will mark at the end of the over. .48 for 2 after 9 overs is now the score.
The second over in his spell, definitely being fruitful in the first, eliminating Abu Seguya, who didn't get going in the first place, except a couple, just got 3 boundaries but consumed a lot of deliveries, 27 of them, just scoring 17 runs. But in comes for Fred Achelam, needs to up the tempo.
A bit short, tries to go for a sweep but doesn't make any contact. That will run away. And the 2 wides onto the total for Wanderers Cricket Club. The 2 wides will help them to get to 50 runs. But I tell you, Brana Saba, flawless in his first over, just went for 4 runs and picked up a wicket. You would not really see any reason of him getting out of the bowling attack. But just making some adjustments. When Fred Achelam was on strike, there was a fielder at short fine. But now that fielder has been, since then, changed to go to short third man. Tries to swing hard at it. Misfielded there by Keith Danaman and a chance to run. Wanderers take up another run there.
That brings back Fred onto the strike. Not yet off the mark, just first 2 deliveries. You know, of course, he's one of the guys the team is looking at to score some runs for them.
Yeah, he manages to glance that one to the backward of the square towards the square leg area for yet another run. Fred Achelam still growing himself into the game, taking his time. Well, this is the last over to end the first half of the Wanderers innings. A bit quick but wide. Tries to rock on the back foot, Rahil Sarwal, to cut it, but doesn't quite make any contact. He tried to create the room, but unfortunately that just doesn't get to his blade. A dot ball in the end. Brian Asaba doing his things here. He's so far given away 3 runs in this over. Balls one quick, but doesn't give the batter any room. Squeezes in another dot ball, Brian. Quarterfinal action happening here at Lugogo Cricket Oval. The defending champions Wanderers Cricket Club asked to bat first. Currently they have 52 for 2 after 9.3 overs. If they can overcome this Aboojo Tasik, they have a chance of going to the semi-finals. If they win the semis, they have a chance of defending the crown in the finals. Half tracker played up in there. There is a fielder. Amos Ahora makes that one look easy at point. Rahil Sarwal falling for the trap. And the Aboojo picking up the 3rd wicket.
Brian Asaba getting another fruitful wicket Of course, Rahil Sawal didn't get going after the perishing of Aboojo, just getting under some bit of pressure and wanting to score big. And falls prey, making the skipper get 2 wickets. Very unfamiliar territory for Brian Asaba and being fruitful today.
Indeed, good work there being done by the captain for the day, Brian Asaba, making inroads for Aboojo Cricket Club. From Ginger SS to Busoga College Mwiri, also formerly a player for the under-19. The baby cricket cranes, Joseph Biaruhanga, will be the new man in for Wanderers Cricket Club. Joseph Biaruhanga can swing the bat, but his form in recent days has not been really up. The walking in of Joseph Biaruhanga reminds me of the now deceased manager for the Wanderers Cricket Club, the late Nicholas Kisarale. He used to be very good friends with Joseph Biaruhanga. Unfortunately, he kicked the bucket early this year. Joseph Biaruhanga, nonetheless, ready to take on the task. Biaruhanga used to be an opening batter for Busoga College Mwiri. Not sure how he was sent up the order. But Joseph Biaruhanga can hit the ball. A no ball call there. Brian Asaba going so full. But Joseph Biaruhanga nonetheless manages to pick up that run. The umpires will come together for a bit of a talk.
Yeah, watch out the head, Joseph. Almost tried to get him unaware. Joseph Biaruhanga there, good enough. Man already in will face that free hit. And definitely, Achelam will need to capitalize on this one. Really, really big.
I think the talk between the two umpires was that that was some bit of dangerous bowling. It subsequently means that the captain for Aboojo Cricket Club, Brian Asaba, will receive a warning if he bowls another one of that sort. Anytime in this innings, he will be suspended from bowling. Brian to Fred Achelam. Fred plays it up in there. He swings for the heavens. It will so fall in the safe areas. Swung hard, gave it elevation, but not enough distance. That beautiful shot just went for 1 run, and that will mark at the end of the over. 53 for 3 is the score at the halfway mark. This is quarterfinal number 2 at this ground in the UG20. Wanderers Cricket Club taking on Aboojo. But there is action happening elsewhere at Entebbe Cricket Oval, where Ismaili Community Cricket Club is taking on Catch Tigers. Well, from there, the score is 60 for 3 after 10 pulled part of his quarter from the Ginger Road end. Now replaces Kisdan Aman from the Shell end. Long on, long off, extra cover, deep mid wicket, and deep square leg are all at the boundary. Soft touch there from Fred Achelam. Might be trouble, but you know, both batters are home safe and dry.
Yeah, definitely. In the last half of the first innings, Wanderers will look to up their tempo, keep getting the singles, look for some boundaries to quite get a good score. Wanderers have a good bowling side, but again, they need to score runs. This is a decent side of the Aboojo. They can be very lethal in the batting on a good day. So nothing should be taken for granted at the moment.
Rocks back, tries to play it with power, but it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Biaruhanga Joseph still getting himself in the game.
Yeah, should have played that one front foot. Probably would have got a better of that.
Rocks back, typical Biaruhanga shot. plays it backward of the square. Just one bounce and that one runs away, but I just love the alignment, how Joseph gets into that shot and works it down to the fine leg side. Beautiful cricket on the cards here at Lugogo Cricket Oval.
Yeah, beautiful shot there from Joseph, just waiting until the delivery reaches in his arc and just directing it all to the fine leg region for a boundary. Good shot there. It will give signs of encouragement to the Wanderers camp for now.
Yeah, indeed, the all-coming boundary. Wanderers needed a boundary and now they get one. Biarhanga Joseph picking up that boundary. Swings hard, but that will find the fielder at long on. Projected score 114, current 105.7. But Wanderers Cricket Club doing the nitty-gritty work of making sure that they rotate strike. Joseph to Achelam. Goes for a sweep. Typical Achelam shot. That's why there was a fielder down at deep square leg. Lenon Mutengesa, and that beautiful shot will only give them one run. Wanderers Cricket Club still milking the runs. Nothing coming easy their way. But clearly they are ready for this task. The semi-finals of the UG20 will be happening next weekend. Who takes the glory? I guess is good as mine. Joseph Biarhanga, soft touch. I think that's the good plan there from Baguma Joseph, trying to force Biarhanga to play on the onside. Biarhanga and his partner are all strong on the onside. And after 11 overs, 62 for 3 is the score, Team Wanderers. But with the 7 wickets they have at hand, I think it is time for Wanderers Cricket Club to make sure that they go for those wild swings. Milk and maximize as much as they can. The flawless brand Asaba will come back again to bowl for Aboojo Cricket Club. He's 4 ball 2 overs and giving away 11 runs, picking up 2 wickets. What a performance there. A captain's performance. He now returns to bowl his 3rd over. Starts with a full one and it is driven down the ground by Fred Achelam to find Innocent Mwebase at long on, and just a run is taken.
Yeah, in the modern day game, Ivan, especially T20 cricket, it's not about who is qualified to do what on the team. It's about who does the job at a particular time. And today it's Brian Asaba, top of the bowling pack, surprisingly for the Aboojo team.
Biarhanga manages to play that one down to the fine leg boundary. It is running quick. Oh, brilliant fielding there. Good work. And they will take just 2 runs. I tell you, Matthew Musingus has been a busybody, but he's putting a lot of good work to try and make sure that he keeps Aboojo in reach of the semi-finals.
Yeah, good stop there from Matthew. Takes a lot of athleticism and strength to do such fielding.
A bit of a short ball played up in there. Chance to catch. There is a fielder running around it, but no. He will see that one sail past the boundary. Just getting himself into that one, and Joseph Joma Biarhanga manages to knock it past Kaseija Enoch at the deep mid wicket for another maximum for Wanderers Cricket Club.
Yeah, beautiful batting there from Biarhanga. Almost a shot was premeditated, picking up the line and length from the ball delivered by Asaba Brian, just depositing that into the mid-wicket region area. Very good strategy here from that couple of batsmen in the middle.
Brian Asaba is trying to ball it on the offside, but misses the lane and goes it wide. Joseph Biarhanga just rocking back, trying to make sure that he makes it a short ball, then swing through the line. Half tracker. Joseph loves that. Another maximum there from Biarhanga. Back maximum there for him. What a performance that this Fraudi Murian is shooting up here for Wanderers Cricket Club.
Yeah, I reckon Ivan at the beginning of his coming in to bat, you say that the man was out of form, but from what I'm seeing, the man is in form, hitting them beautifully over out of here. 2 consecutive boundaries. See, bit of a conversation going in the middle between the 2 umpires. Probably it's between the skipper.
Yeah, things going out of control for the part-timer. The way Biarhanga is getting hold of the bat clearly shows that he knows that this is a part-timer coming. With the part-timer coming, make sure that you go hard at everything. And I tell you, the plan has so far worked out for him, as he's managed to get some maximums there for the side. Not sure the communication is, but the umpires just trying to make sure that they keep the spirit of the game as they still uphold fair play.
Currently the score is at 78 for 3. Very expensive over. Currently at 15 runs, with more 2 balls to deliver from the skipper Brian Asaba. But as you are saying, it's very easy to disorganize a part-timer because he's not of inconsistencies always in their bowling, and the problem that's always the problem, because it always an advantage to the bowler because of that inconsistency. It brings a lot of variations. Now again, it can also cause a lot of problems in your bowling, and if you don't get your length right, sometimes you can get easily punished.
Brian Assaults made a beat because the dangerous Joseph Biarhanga is not at strike, is not on strike, but it doesn't really mean that Fred Achelam can't hit the ball far. But we move on and see what he does here. Driven down the ground, running very quickly. Joseph Biarhanga getting ready for the second one, but no, he will just settle for that one. Well, that single marks the end of over number 12 and brings up 8 runs for Wanderers Cricket Club. 8 for 3 is now the score, projected score going up to 132. Batting now Fred Achelam 6 of 8 and Joseph Biarhanga 21 of 9 at a strike rate of 233.33. What a matchup that we have on the cards here. Joseph Biarhanga looking very comfortable with the spin, and the seamer will be introduced in the attack. Lyndon Mutengesa, who bowled his first 2 overs from the side of the Ginger Road, will now measure his run up on the shell end. His first over was a maiden, but what does he do in his second over? He bowled a maiden, and his 2 overs have so far gone for just 6 runs. 10 dot balls. What a performance there from Lyndon Mutengesa so far.
It will be an interesting matchup because the difference now here, the 2 batters, quick on their arms, quick on their feet. The 2 openers, actually Rahil and Abuseguya, couldn't get quite a hold because of the slow. They are quite slow in their arm movement. But now you've got 2 young lads on the crease who can really actually get to that height of the ball Lyndon balls.
But I think the plan for Wanderers Cricket Club is to make sure that they play out Lyndon Mtengesa's overs. He's very dangerous and quick, so if you rush into playing some shots, you may end up perishing. Half tracker, cut between 2 fielders. Brilliant work there from Benjamin Baguma, running in from deep point, and he managed to save that one from racing out the boundary. What an effort and athleticism there from Benjamin.
Good fielding there from Benjamin and athleticism, but also good precision there from Achelam, just hitting that ball to beat those 2 fielders, Innocent Matthew and Ali Juna. Fortunate, probably could have resulted into a boundary, but wild and good fielding efforts from Baguma saved that day.
You don't take anything away from the batter, neither do you take anything away from the fielder. What an effort there from Benjamin Baguma, and what a shot of precision from Fred Achelam. I felt that Lyndon might have Good bowling display, but the intent from Achelam, very clear. Try swing hard at that one. There was some sound of that, but it didn't carry to the wicket keeper. I tell you, if Ivan Thaithamwera had gotten hold onto that catch, the solo could have been different here at Lugogo.
Yeah, close from the umpires there could have resulted into anything, falling short of the keeper's gloves. Very beautiful bowling from Mutengesa. Tis hedge, good thinking, but Achelam was quick onto that. You see, the pull shot is always coming out because of that short pitch delivery. Bit of changing on the field. Of course, they will create that angle, look to create that angle, and in comes the gully position and a backward point. No mid-off.
But extra cover is down there. A bit of a half tracker and pulled away by Fred Achelam. Not good contact, but chance to take two. No, they don't take on the arm of Pasco Murungi, and they only settle for that one run. I think that really gave them a chance of picking up the second run. Looking at the position where Pasco Murungi picked up that ball from, and looking at where the wicketkeeper was standing, the time he could take to come close, maybe they could have picked up that run, but unfortunately they just set off one run. Joseph Byaruhanga looked so comfortable when the part-timer, the spinner, was bowling. But now let's see what he does when pace comes his way. A bit short, not sure what that shot is called, but nonetheless runs for Wanderers Cricket Club.
Yeah, very, very unique shot there from Joseph Byaruhanga. Just playing it away from his body, getting into an awkward position. Very good bowling and intense bowling. What I like about Lyndon, the way he hits the deck, the ball comes hard at you and fast, makes it very quite uncomfortable for all batters. Take for example the other pull shot, Achelam tried to pull. Achelam pulled, but he was late onto the ball and he just didn't get a hold of it. Probably could have resulted into a boundary. Beautiful bowling from the youngster.
Yeah, the plan from Union Mutengesa is bowling it in the surface and onto the body. So need to be very cautious with your choice of shots. Swings hard, Fred Achelam, but doesn't make any contact. A dot ball there. Aboojo will need many of these. They asked Wanderers to bat so that they could limit them to as few runs as they can, then come around and give it a chase.
Like the way the day is turning out, the sun is out and above. Compared to the morning game between GM Sugar and around us, there was a cloud cover all over the sky. Probably conditions which made the rounders very hard to bat in. Right now, this is a batting weather.
And the fans are still coming into Lugogo. The Friends of Cricket already having the Friends of Cricket corner, doing what they do best, selecting teams. But as they watch proceedings, I tell you, many of the Friends of Cricket have been Wanderers leaning this afternoon. And the only story of the Keto calling the pot black was that when James Sugar beat Bodo went laughing. Sorry, Wanderers went laughing until they fell into the hands of James Sugar last weekend. Rounders also came laughing, have been knocked out, pulled very nicely there, but will fall short of the fielder. They run quickly and they'll just take one run. Just pick up the second run. Yes, good awareness, good running, and the 2 runs there for Wanderers Cricket Club. Well, this double will mark the end of over number 13, and 86 for 3 is the score. Projected score still at 130, current 106.6.
Talking Avan about the earlier point you made about GM Sugar Cricket Club, because it has got everyone talking in the fraternity. New club, bigger challenger, giving competitive cricket to everyone. Running in is the man Magwate Fe, who bowled an extraordinary over in last year's final. Very unique scenes and unbelievable scenes for the young man.
I tell you, so many things have to happen in a unique way if you're to win the championship. The Ceylon Lion players who have formerly played for the Aboojo Cricket Club in Johnson Okabo, Brighton Muganzi and Charles Msemeza now switched allegiance at Sion Lions have just been knocked out by Avengers. They've come around to support their brothers of Aboojo, but their faces don't look happy because Sion Lions, really one of the teams you could fancy on any day to win the UG20, has been knocked out by the Avengers. But Joseph Ubaguma will now come to ball from the side of the Ginger Road. He has long off, long on, cow corner, deep mid wicket, deep square leg, all patrolling the boundary. Starts with a short one and Joseph Biaruhanga swings hard at it. Not sure where that hit, but I'm sure it's a run. The umpire confirms that there was a hint of a bat from that wild swing from Joseph.
Yeah, that's the swing which would scare away any bowler from pitching it up to you. Definitely it has got to get Baguma thinking, because if somebody swings widely like that, that one, if it gets onto the bat, would go out of anywhere in the park.
Eshime down the track, plays it up in there. Chance to catch. Kaseja judges that one very nicely and he manages to pick up that beautiful catch to see off Red Achelam. Wanderers lose their fourth. Achelam departs after posting 11 of 14.
Important wicket in the proceedings. Achelam departs after not hitting it with conviction. Doesn't get the distance, though gets the height, and Enoch Kasaija does the rest, the cleaning up business, takes the catch beautifully with a lot of conviction, and that will aid the end of Fred Achelam, just scoring 11 of 13 deliveries. In comes Hitesh Prajapati, mixture of scores this season for him, once dropped in the 50-over league on the brink of being team being in the necessity of not being relegated. Unfortunately for Wanderers, they will have to play their Division League 2 cricket in Division 2 next year. But right now, the task at hand is how many can he get for his team. Score is 87 for the loss of 4 wickets after 13.2 overs. Hitesh Prajapati has a wild swing of that. Biaruhanga will say no. Oh my God! That's a very good run out. Direct hit from. Who's that?
Reject by
Enoch Kasaija. Enoch Kasaija does the business. Gets the run out. Direct hit. Hitesh Prajapati trying to get the second run, which definitely wasn't there. And Wanderers lose the 5th wicket. Score is 88 for the loss of 5 wickets, but brilliant throw from Enoch Kasaija. The boundary. Very good, quick assertiveness there to know what end to throw at. Because definitely that's a big risk if you throw it at the bowler's end. Very productive over this is turning out to be. But a dangerous batter comes out from the dugout, Abdul Basit Habib. Definitely that wicket means that Aboojo are onto the top of the business right now, though Biaruhanga, the inform man, chance of a catch. Biaruhanga survives. This is turning out to be a very, very good over there. Lyndon almost grabbing a howler. Lyndon Mutengesa, very well placed fielder, almost plucked that one out of air from nothing, as Joseph Biarhanga tried to loft that one over him. Habib Basit on strike could get some handy runs for Wanderers. Good work there by the bowler. Bit of a misfield, but there will be no run there. Good fielding from Pasco to do the recovery work, and Brighton and Joseph Baguma will look to bowl that last over and finish off. That's called wide. They will take the first single quickly, and that will result into 5 wides for Wanderers. The Wanderers team are into the 90s. Score is building up for a nice target. Very expensive there he was, Joseph Bagum, on that last delivery. There was no need to do that. Hasis Bathit goes over the cover region and will end up picking a boundary. Umpire confirms it's a 4. That leads up to the Wanderers team at 98 for the loss of 5 wickets after 14 overs.
I tell you, somehow the runs are coming in very quick and thick for Wanderers Cricket Club. Despite losing a half of the batters, somehow Joseph Biarhanga is keeping Wanderers in things. A strike rate of 200, 24 off 12. He came in with aggression and he's really tried to do the work of disorganizing the bowlers of Aboojo Cricket Club. Pasco Murunji will now come back to bowl for Aboojo Cricket Club. It's a 4 ball 2 overs. They've gone for 18 runs at an economy of 9. A bit explosive from Pasco. You'd expect him to be a bit handy. But now we have Joseph Biarhanga and Hitesh Prajapati at the crease. Rocks back and drives that one with a lot of power. Very straight. Chance to take 2. You would clearly say that will be fumbled, but Prajapati not sort of taking that second run. I tell you, the speed that ball left with the blade could clearly give them chance of picking up that double, but Prajapati not helping his side to pick up those much needed 2 runs. Prajapati, known for his aggression, he's not a man. Beautiful cut shot. A bit of a drift there at the cover area, and just 1 run is taken.
Yeah, Habib looks to have a good technique. Very decent batter for the local league, for Wanderers cricket team, and of course Wanderers will look to get to the 100-run mark and probably capitalize from the rest of the overs.
Big swing there, but an edge there from Joseph Biarhanga down to the 3rd man. Important runs for Wanderers Cricket Club.
The captain for Aboojo will be thinking he has 1 over for Lyndon, 2 overs for Matthew, and 1 over for Joseph Baguma. Dan Keithaman has only bowled 1. we'll be thinking who could possibly be the best bowler to bowl these last overs.
But I think you don't take anything away from Lyndon, given that we are going to the death overs, and these are overs where you would see that Wanderers Cricket Club will try and make sure that they go for those aggressive hits to try and capitalize, to milk as many runs as they can at the back end of the innings. Matthew Msinguzi, flawless, picking up the first wicket in his very first over, could also be a very good option at the death. And with the opportunity of using 5 fielders at the boundary, Matthew Msinguzi will be very fruitful for the side. A shimmy down the track, picks it very, very full. But just 1 run is taken. Good throw there, chipped in by Brian Asawa, the captain for the day, to try and make sure that he doesn't give them chance of thinking about even taking another extra run. I tell you, this is a sort of a balanced game. This game here, anyone can win it. But that brings up 100 runs for Wanderers Cricket Club, and 102 for 5 is now what Wanderers has. Anything that they get from here will be some sorts of a bonus. From Entebbe Cricket Club, Ismail Community has 104 for 4 after 16.1. A bit of a half tracker, played with power but straight long off. Just 1 run is taken. And that single will mark at the end of the over. Score is 104 for 5 after 14, I beg your pardon, after 15 overs. Down to the last 5 overs of the Wanderers innings. You made a call and the captain had it. Matthew Msinguzi will have the ball to come and bowl for Aboojo Cricket Club. His protection is extra cover, long off, long on, and there is a man running to the cow corner side. He also has deep mid wicket. Infinite Alijuna trying to make sure that he patrols that boundary. I tell you, when you're posing and you want to play your shots on the own side and you see men standing right to the boundary, you would be a bit scared. But not sure what the plan will be for these 2 batters of Wanderers Cricket Club.
I think it's a bit of a gamble from Aboojo, trying to bowl a spinner from the shorter side. Definitely he will have to play it, more of the deliveries will have to be on the onside like that previous one, because it will be easier to take on that if you're on the onside to the tennis courts. So it's a bit of a gamble, but I think if the bowler holds his line well, it will pay off.
But given the fact that he's bowling leg spin, the ball is drifting away from the batter, he's already squeezed in 2 dot balls. You would say that it's already a good start for him to this over. Not giving anything away, Matthew. A bit short, plays it late, but they'll just take 1 run. Now let's see what Joseph Biaruhanga can do. We saw him taking on the part-timer Brian Asawa, knocking him for 2 sixes in just the single over. But I tell you, if Joseph Biaruhanga could just get it to the bounce with his power, he can quickly knock it anywhere. But the only problem with that is that if you miss, the wicketkeeper might not miss that stamping. And now with Biaruhanga on strike, the fielder at extra cover walks towards the cow corner. Soft touch from Biaruhanga, but no run is taken. Not a shot I was expecting him to play. But another dot ball in the over there. 4 balls bowled so far by Matthew Msinguzi. 1 run taken and 3 dot balls. This is already turning out to be a very fruitful over for Matthew. I tell you, given the way Matthew has bowled this over, you could give him to bowl his last over right away. On the back foot, plays it the square leg area. Headless running, and the run out there for Wanderers Cricket Club. 2 run outs there falling in this match. Joseph Biaruhanga will walk But we earlier on saw Abdul Basit Habib also being run out.
A bit of hesitancy from the couple of batters, but definitely that was a two. Biaruhanga didn't take off wheels. There was a chance on probability of taking off. Of course, Abdul Basit was the prey of that run out because Biaruhanga had steadily stanced at the non-strikers end. Unfortunately, Biaruhanga decided to sacrifice his wicket for Abdul Basit. In comes the skipper for Wanderers Cricket Club, Ivan Kakande, who is also quite an aggressive batter on a good day.
Ivan Kakande can hit the ball, and he will be taking a taste of his own medicine. But the over comes to an end. What a fruitful over it has been there. No boundary conceded by Aboojo Cricket Club, but importantly seeing off the dangerous Joseph Biaruhanga, Ivan Kakande in, and Joseph Baguma will bowl his last over from the side of the shell. Joseph Baguma has so far bowled 3 overs, picking up 1 wicket, and is gone for 21. If you could try and make sure that he bowls it a little more tidy, he could give himself a chance of maybe completing his spell well. Joseph bowls it full, swings hard, but just gets to the edge. A run is taken there by Wanderers Cricket Club. The captain for the side now taking guard, Ivan Kakande. He can hit the ball. A bit of a bounce off the surface there, but nonetheless runs. Not a shot you can describe. You can't easily call it a pull shot, but nonetheless it brings runs. I think the plan for Wanderers Cricket Club is to make sure that they stretch close to the 130 runs mark. Given the wickets that they have at hand, this is a time to be aggressive. You rather get bowled out than scoring few runs. Rocks back and plays it back out of the square. Hesitation. Run out chance. A run out is completed. And Wanderers lose another wicket. Habib Abdul Basit becoming the costly man here. He's so far led to 2 of his batting partners to be run out in Joseph Biaruhanga and Ivan Kakande. Disappointing there, but great athleticism being displayed by Aboojo Cricket Club to try and make sure that they pick other wickets. They take these chances and keep Wanderers on pressure.
Unfortunate for Ivan Kakande there. Should be assertiveness from Abdul Basit is way down. Could have taken off for a single. After all, it was going to the danger area, which was at the striker's end. But unfortunately, Abdul Basit, after reaching half the crease, decided to take back his run. And a committed Ivan Kakande was run out. Another sign of miscommunication from the pair would have resulted into another run out.
Yeah, kept ball watching at that time there, Abdul Basit. But the new man in Mandip Singh will now take guard. Is a wicketkeeper batter option that Wanderers has in the pitch. They have 2 wicketkeeper batters, Mandip Singh and Fred Achelam. But Mandip Singh is very proper, but though his scoring technique is for long format, tries to go for a ramp shot to make some contact. He gets off the mark and manages to tick the scoreboard there for Wanderers Cricket Club. what Wanderers has done in these previous 2 overs, the previous one and this very one, they've tried to make sure that they cut off the boundaries. And cutting off the boundaries would mean that Wanderers might not get so many overs, sorry, so many runs from these back end overs. Tries to go for a sweep but doesn't make enough contact. 1 run is taken and that will mark the end of the over. And after 17 overs, the score is 111 for a loss of 7 wickets. Matthew Musinguzi in the bowling attack right away for Aboojo. Coming to bowl his last over. He bowled the first over of the Wanderers innings and he picked up a wicket in that over. He's been flawless. He took a catch to solve Abuseguya and now there he comes with the ball. Play down to extra cover for just 1 run. Somehow Aboojo have gotten a way of making sure that they dry up the boundaries. And the plan is working out well for them. They are not letting Wanderers to run away.
I think they've kept the pressure on. The Aboojo team have kept the pressure inside the circle and outside the circle. Cut off the boundaries, well fielded there. You could see that a couple of big shots were fielded beautifully. And of course, the pressure always gets to the batter who tries to get more runs running between the wickets. And indeed, they go 2 run outs as a result.
Rocks back but doesn't make any contact. Mandeep Singh. I tell you, Mandeep Singh is a very slow batter. Not a batter who can quickly get out, but not a batter who will score for you so many runs as you would wish. He will take his time. But now it's becoming costly for Wanderers Cricket Club because they can't even find any contact. And the chance that I was giving Wanderers of getting about 130 runs is now coming to be a dream, rather a reality. Back-to-back dots there. 3 consecutive dots there from from Matthew Musinguzi.
Definitely, the matchup is also costly. The skilled... Beautiful shot, got into the palm of the fielder. Unfortunately, that was taken outside the rope. And it will result in a 6 out of nowhere. Wanderers have got a maximum.
Yeah, Wanderers will be the side to smile after picking up that maximum. It was there from Fortunate Ali Juna, but didn't quite manage to stay inside the ground. He flies out with it, and it's a maximum there from Mandeep Singh. Mandeep swings hard again, another chance to catch, but will fall short of Joseph Baguma. And that single will mark at the end of the over. 119 for 7 is the score after 18 overs. And now we are getting down to the penultimate over of the Wanderers innings this afternoon here in Lugogo. This is quarterfinal action happening, ladies and gentlemen. And if you've just joined in, this matchup is between Aboojo and Wanderers Cricket Club. Aboojo won the toss and elected to bowl first.
Yeah, again. As proceedings go, I think 2 overs, currently 12 balls. To put it in perspective, you think a 140, 135 run mark would be good for Wanderers, basing on what has happened in the previous overs. They have 2 batters outside. That means they have 3 wickets at hand. And I think it's time to go hard to the ball and try to get something out of it, out of these 12 balls. 20 runs to 15 runs out of the 12 balls.
Lyndon Mutengesa on his run-up. Lyndon Mutengesa will be coming in to bowl his last over. Lyndon has been a flawless bowler so far for Wanderers Cricket Club. He's so far bowled 3 overs, including a maiden, and has given away just 12 runs, and he's been the most economical at an economy of just 4 every over. Now there he comes to and make sure that he keeps the bats quiet. Lyndon Mutengesa there. That is played very well and played in the vacant area. A bit of a lofted cover drive, but slashed over the fielders, and that will race out to the boundary for 4 more runs.
Yeah, that bowling from Lyndon was a sign of wariness from the bowler. Definitely, the hard yards he's putting in are getting the better of him at the back end of things. And Abdul Basit will look to capitalize on. Sorry, Mandeep Singh, good shot, will look to capitalize on that.
A fielder dropped at that extra cover area in Kithdan Aman. A shimmy down the track, but not enough contact there from Mandeep Singh. And a dot ball there for Lyndon Mutengesa.
Ivan, if you are in the Wanderers dugout, what would you be thinking now? What would the score you want your team to put up against the Aboojo be currently?
I think the plan and message from the dugout could be telling these batters to swing, because we have 3 wickets at hand. Swing and let's get as many as we can from these remaining few deliveries. A shimmy down the track, but it gets some good bounce off the surface and just doesn't get contact of that pull shot. Mandeep Singh. Back dots there from Lyndon.
A good bowling there from Lyndon. Definitely has had a good spell since ball 1 he has bowled. And I think the hard yards are putting in the dividends currently. Mandeep Singh still on strike. 3 balls to go in the penultimate over.
Tries to play it with power, run out chance, but doesn't go for it. A run there for Wanderers Cricket Club. I tell you the times Lyndon Mutengesa and players like Eno Kaseja played for Nyakasura School around the years of 2022 post-COVID, during the 2 cricket weeks which were hosted in Jinja, one at Usakol Jimuna, another at Jinja SS. The one for Mwiri was decided by a contest in 2022 that was forfeited by Nyakasura. And the one for Jinja SS, Nyakasura didn't go past the semi-finals. But that time Nyakasura used to have so many seamers on the team. Unlike now, when so many of the players in the Nyakasura team that I saw during the Nationals has so many spinners. Not sure what might have shifted, but Nyakasura, one of the schools which is very known for producing those handed spinners. When you look at players like Baguma, Musinguzi, Ali Juna, Asawa, all coming in from that outfit. But now things have drastically changed. Still looking for some runs here for Wanderers. Swings hard. Well, that looks to be in the gap, but won't race out to the boundary. It will give them 2 runs, and those 2 runs will mark at the end of over number 19. And after 19 overs, the score is 127 for a loss of 7 wickets. Balls, the last over for Aboojo. Just 6 Lego deliveries remaining for Aboojo Cricket Club. Pascal Murungi, who has formerly served as a captain for this very outfit. Actually, one thing I've seen about Aboojo is that they keep giving everyone opportunity. Pascal Murungi has been a captain for the side. We've seen Innocent Mweba as a captaining the side. Today it was Brian Asaba coming in as captain for the side, trying to make sure that they give opportunity to many of these players and see them get some of these leadership roles. And every time you are a captain, you have to learn how to make your changes on the pitch and how to be responsible for whatever your side. 6 balls remaining to complete the Wanderers innings here at Logogo Cricket Oval. This is yet another quarter final, and already on the other side, the teams that have already qualified for the semis, Guillaume Sugar Cricket Club in their debut season alongside Avengers who overcame Ceylon Lions. Guillaume Sugar overcame Rounders. Slower, wild swing, no contact, dot ball. Good start there to the last over from Murungi Pasco. Manages to start it off with a dot ball. Goes for another slower. That is will hit the edge of the bat. That chase from Amos Ahora will fall in vain. And that will be another boundary there for Wanderers Cricket Club.
A beautiful edge there. If you decide to swing hard at it. Big edge. Beat the keeper. Fielder tried to get some legs behind it but couldn't find it before it found the rope. Welcome boundary for Wanderers, and Wanderers are into the 130s, setting up a decent score for Ranches.
Balls him right away. This time round he doesn't go for a slower. Goes for a quickie and manages to clean him up. Good work there being done by Murungi Pasco. Picking up a late wicket, but most importantly, dot ball. Every time you reduce the scoring opportunities, you give yourself a chance of limiting Wanderers from getting many runs. But also, there will be a new man coming in at the crease who may not be set right away.
Yeah, Pasco Murungi bowling a defty yorker, finding the better of Abdul Basit, who looked uncomposed today, resulting into loss of 2 other batters. But take it or leave it, this game is up for a very competitive score. The challenge is up. Up comes Geoffrey Kakaire, man from Masaka SS. Sorry, Oshaya Jaffa survives that yorker, daunting onto his shoes. Very beautiful bowling from Pasco.
Yeah, Pasco Murungi bowling as per the plan. Just making sure that he doesn't give away. Another chance to catch there, but just falls in the no man's area. Another run out chance, and the umpire confirms that that's out. Wanderers Cricket Club lose another wicket there. Well, that will mark the end to the first innings of this game.
Yeah, fortunately, Juna missing out on the run out. Mandeep Singh has to depart, falling short of his crease line. Unfortunately, 1 ball to spare, but brilliant effort in the field before the run out, the throw for the run out. As you can see, fortunately, Juna ball didn't grab into the hands. Fortunately, collected himself beautifully and took a throw at the wicket. The keeper, Ivan Sawitherema, did the rest of the business.
Yeah, but I tell you, the plan there from Wanderers Cricket Club was very clear, trying to make sure that they milk as many runs as they can, despite one falling to a run out, but they had to give themselves a chance of getting that run. And now there comes Geoffrey Kakaire, the last batter to make his way out of the hat for Wanderers Cricket Club. Try and make sure that he also looks for some more runs. Kakaire got an award during the Bat Ball Max tournament as one of the youngest players of that very tournament. And now there he comes in. He's been handled with the ball, but now he has to pick someone else with the bat. Swings so hard, but doesn't make any contact. Well, that will result into a dot ball. And that ball will subsequently mark at the end of the first innings, Wanderers innings. 133 for a loss of 9 wickets is what Wanderers has managed to post. This is match day for the quarterfinals happening at Lugogo and Entebbe Cricket Oval. Aboojo Cricket Club won the toss and elected to ball first. Abseguya Ali came in and scored 17 of 27. Rahil Sawal 18 of 25. Yarhanga Joseph was the man on fire, 28 of 17. Hitesh Prajapati 16 of 18. But generosity from this Aboojo side, they gave away 18 extras and the Wanderers completed with 133 runs. Matthew Msinguzi picked up a single wicket, bowled 4 overs at an economy rate of 4.50. Brian Asava picked up 2 wickets, a bit expensive and the most expensive among that lot at an economy of 9.67. A wicket apiece for Pascal Murungi and Joseph Wagoma, and we've come to the end of the first innings. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a short break and we'll be back with the second innings of this matchup. The umpires for this quarter-final matchup are already back in the middle. Simon Chintu of Mukono Cricket Community alongside Norbert Abi. Simon Chintu just concluded on running the level 1 course as a tutor yesterday, where 22 level 1 umpires were rolled out by Cricket Uganda. But they are at the same rank. Simon Chintu attained his tutor course from Kigali last year, whereas Norbert Abi got the same qualification from Nairobi early this year. These two umpires standing in this game can teach other umpires. So it really tells you that the game is in safe hands. 134 runs for Aboojo Cricket Club to advance the semi-finals, and if the defending champions can defend that, they clearly have a chance of going on to defend their crown. My name is Evan Cyprian Sajabi in the comms, and I'm not alone. I have Lennon Kangume here with me. Lennon, welcome back from the short break. Where do we see this one going?
Decent score, 134 runs to win. I think the Aboojo outdid themselves in the field. They did the basics right. Here and there were some shortcomings, dropped catches, but I think limiting a good T20 side like Wanderers, who are defending champions, who actually have something to boast about, is really a great achievement. Now it's part 2 of the game. The second innings, you have to chase, you have to calculate, and I think temperament and discipline is where the important aspect of the Aboojo batting lineup. They have looked wary, sometimes losing meager wickets. But this time they have to hold their nerve, bat very long, and take this as deep as possible. Because nothing to take away from Wanderers, they do have a good bowling lineup.
For the time I've been around cricket, I have never seen Wasim bat bowl. Not sure whether you have ever seen him bowl.
I have, but in short format games, six-a-side games. But not T20, that's a longer format.
Maybe in tennis ball.
Yeah, it was always step ball cricket.
Yeah, but Wasim Bat will open the bowling for Wanderers Cricket Club, whereas the opening batters for Aboojo, the captain for the day, Brian Asaba and Amos Ahura, these two have opened for the baby Cricket Cranes batting right in the qualifiers that happened in Kigali and in the World Cup which happened in West Indies in 2022. Two players who can strike the ball, long on and cow corner, are right at the boundary. Beautiful start there for Aboojo, a dot ball right away. Mandip Singh given the task of doing the good work of keeping the wickets, whereas the other wicket keeper option in Fred Achalam is standing at long on.
I think it gives them these are good settings set by the team, and I think they help them regulate themselves. Probably keep the overs, and that's a misstamping, Ivan. But as I was saying, probably, you see now the problem they have there, there is a weakness behind the stump. If it was Freddy Achelam, probably would have seen our first wicket. But again, as I said, Wasim bowling, it means that they can conserve some overs for the good bowlers for better matchups.
Indeed, you make a very valid point there, Lennon. But I could on any day have Mandip Singh behind the wickets, because again, having him in the field, it could have been a different story. But 3-dot ball sort of things here for Wanderers Cricket Club. We see short third man going down. Ball is it very full, but down the leg. That half-hearted dive is chipped in, but that ball will race away to the boundary. Not a very good delivery there from Wasim Bat, given the deliveries that he has bowled so far.
Yeah, Bat had a bit of bat on it. That will open the account for the Aboojo side.
Yeah, but even the fielder at short fine didn't give any support. It was clear that could have been fielded on any day. He got close to the ball, made a late dive, and that had to race away to the boundary. Welcome runs there for Aboojo as they now get going. A bit short. Another edge this time round. The half dive will help him to stop that ball, but Aboojo will take that one run.
Yeah, Hidesh Prajapati been busy since the start. This time around through the body at the ball, saying no more is going past me.
Ahura Amos taking guard on the very final delivery of this over. Quarter final action happening here at Lugogo Cricket Oval. The defending champions Wanderers up against Aboojo. A bit full and yet driven down the ground. Run out chance there. But Joseph Biaruhanga will be happy to just stop that one. But that will mark the end of over number 1. Already in the semi-finals is Avengers Cricket Club, having overcome Siren Lions from Entebbe Cricket Oval earlier on in the morning. And on this very ground, we had an affair between last year's runners-up, Rounders Cricket Club, up against Gem Sugar Cricket Club. Rounders were not lucky, as Gem Sugar comfortably won by 9 wickets.
Score currently at 9 after the first over. Abdul Basit comes in from the shell end to bowl the second over for Wanderers. Of course, Wanderers have very many exploits, as Aboojo had, but Abdul Basit consistent with the length and has a little bit of swing behind that ball.
If Wanderers is to defend the 130 runs that have posted, they will need to try and make sure that they look for those early wickets. No chances given away thus far by Aboojo, but Abdul Basit is not a batter, is not a bowler that you will bat with a lot of comfort. And now he'll be coming in from that side of the shell, try and make sure that he looks for that early breakthrough. Just making sure that he has long off and third man patrolling the boundary. Picks up the length very nicely. Should be a maximum, and yes, first maximum of the chase. Ahura Amos gets on top of that shot and manages to work it past that long on boundary.
Beautiful adjustment of the body there. Ahura Amos almost looked like he premeditated it, just meeting the ball half cocked with the bat and beautifully strikes it over that middle fielder, resulting to another boundary for Aboojo side.
Long on and long off go down. Third man comes up. A bit of a half tracker. Pulled away backward of the square. And another boundary there. Ahura Amos looks to be in a hurry.
Around this time, picks up the short pitch delivery, ball to the body. And Ahura Amos generously pulls it away to the fine leg region for a consecutive boundary.
The back boundary is there for Aboojo. Ahura Amos holding the bull by the horns on the other side, telling the captain, wait, I can do this. Goes for a slower and manages to squeeze in a dirty ball. Good thinking there from Abdul Basit. He saw that Ahura Amos loves it coming quick to the bat, and he just makes that adjustment and manages to squeeze in that dirty ball.
Yeah, earlier on in the first innings, we saw Pascal Murungi trying the same technique. Just try to slow a little bit of things, slowly delivering slow balls to the batter and then missing out.
Another slow delivery there from Abdul results into that, where there were some shouts of maybe something thin off the blade, but the umpire, Norbert Abi, clearly says that was not hitting anything and says that is not out.
Yeah, captain and the wicket keeper were immensely wanting that one from Norbert Abi. Abi says no, not out, and Amos survives. Abdul Basit, actually, if you are very conversant, he makes you play the ball up on the up. So if you don't have that technique on hitting the ball, you can easily leave it up in the air.
Pulled nicely again. You talk about the technique, and Ahura Amos says, I have the technique. Pulls that one for a maximum, and he sets the Aboojo dugout onto fire. They love what they are watching. Clearly a very good start here for Aboojo Cricket Club.
Yeah, if you're on the ground level at Lugogo Cricket Oval, that went as flat as you would like it, the flat 6. Very beautiful pickup by Amos Ahura, who looks to be in form and doesn't want to step off the gas pedal.
You're just still stepping on the gas pedal. Not sure what the plan will be, because Abdul Basit is one of the bowlers who have been getting wickets for Wanderers Cricket Club. But what is happening here is a contrary suggestion, as Ahura Amos looks to be very set in this matchup. Another slower there, soft touch, but no run is taken despite that fumble. That dot ball will mark at the end of over number 2.
An expensive over, the second, resulting into the score at 22 for the loss of no wicket.
$22 for no loss quickly suggests that Aboojo Cricket Club are in comfortable position. Wasim Bat will now return with the ball. If Wanderers is to pick up something in this game, they need an early breakthrough. 12 has already gone, no wickets coming, only runs leaking. And now the part-timer again will return from the side of the Ginger Road. Yeah, that dot ball there to start off things. Not doing a lot of things here, Wasim, but I think that is okay. If Wanderers is taking singles, it will be okay. Bit of a fumble there from Fred Achelam. But no commitment on to taking the second run.
Of course, after that pickup, waiting to pounce on that mistake of the batters trying to get that second run.
Never run off a misfield. Good bowling there from Wasim Bat. But at this time, that will be judged wide by the umpire. Wasim Bat trying to access the offside, not giving these batters anything to play around with. Of course, he has protection at long on and cow corner.
Not happy with that decision initially, but has to take it.
Driven down the ground, Fred Achelam steaming in. Still fumbling, not sure why. Maybe he's a bit conversant with keeping, but nonetheless a run for Wanderers. Sorry, for Aboojo Cricket Club. A bit short, but still judged wide by the umpire.
Definitely, Wasim, I think he's trying to tell the umpire that Asaba is trying to shuffle the legs before him delivering, but the umpire won't take his word. Simon Chintu, one of the elite umpires in Uganda, having made his debut in Rwanda. I remember clearly, Ivan remind me of the year. An umpire I grew up seeing, one of the best, I think, in Uganda.
That should be around 2021, post-COVID. A bit of an edge. Carries to the fielder. A catch is taken by Rahil. And Wanderers Cricket Club pick up their first wicket. Aboojo did not see it coming, but they lose another wicket there. And the part-timer has been the man there to put inroads and try and make sure that he dents this batting lineup of Aboojo Cricket Club.
Indeed, Wasim Bat's bowling on the offside has proved to be dividend after the captain tried to go for one wide one, trying to just work it through that gully region. Unfortunately, it got the edge of the bat and fell directly into Rahil, who took a beautiful catch diving low. And Wanderers, despite of that expensive second over, are in business.
Joseph Baguma will now walk into bat. A bit of a half tracker, but just dabbed down the ground. Good work there from Wasim Bat. He knows that his side needs to get some early wickets. So he's trying to make sure that he keeps the pressure on. 26 for 1 is the score after 3 overs. Somehow fruitful over there for Wanderers Cricket Club. They pick up a wicket and they don't leak any boundary in that over. A few wades here and there, but nonetheless a good one. Abdul Basit will return to ball. He was expensive in his first over, giving away 16 runs, but now he will return to ball from the shell end. Starts with the slower. He knows slowers have been working out for him, but that is driven past Aboojo. Gives it a late chase, but the chase will just help him follow that ball as it races away past the boundary.
That was pitched up too close to the batter. Of course, Amos Ahura will begin where he left up from the previous over of Abdul Basit. Just driving that beautifully to beat the two fielders, Fred Achelam and Abu Seguya in the cover area. Being that the ground is now electric after some heat from the sun, that will race away beautifully to the boundary.
With the bowling options that Wanderers have, I think removing Abdul Bas from the bowling attack could have been fruitful for them. He's really making the game run away so quickly. He's been very expensive so far, giving away many runs. Could have gotten someone tighten the screws from that side. Quick play down, run out chance. But run out not taken. I think that throw didn't go the right end. A shy at the bowler's end would have given them a chance of picking up that wicket.
Indeed, but also again the probability of picking that wicket was near to zero, as Abu Seguya was slow in the field, really taking time to pick up that ball in the infield, trying to, if you want to make sure that run out is ensured, you have to be quick on your feet.
Goes for a slower, soft touch, another run. But most importantly, the dangerous Amos Ahura is off strike. Abdul Bas will be happy. Ball a quick one to Baguma and see how he responds.
Yeah, intelligent cricket from the pair. Just looking to not being in the corner by the bowler. Just try to put back the pressure on both the fielders and the bowlers. Amos Ahura currently at 23 of 10 deliveries.
Quick, but that's pulled away. A bit of a collision between the fielder, but there is some good footwork there from the fielder, and that is saved from going away for 4.
Yeah, poor running between the wickets. Could have taken the second, but actually they only take 1. Yeah, Amos Ahura telling Baguma they need to up their game. This is not them.
I need to give where that shot is played. That shot is played in the gap. You could quickly advance yourself to get a boundary, but in the end, they didn't get many tries to make a shimmy down the track. Amos Ahura but doesn't make any contact.
Couple of fans here at Lugogo, of course, with support from both teams. As Ivan Sajabi earlier on told you, very many friends of cricket fans around the corner near the side screen to the Ginger Road end, enjoying a beautiful sunny day of cricket in the evening in the heart of Kampala.
That is played up in there, catches the call but not beautifully judged, but Joseph Biaruhanga gets hold on to that catch to see off Amos Ahura. What a catch there from Joseph Biaruhanga to make sure that Aboojo lose the second wicket.
Yeah, very vital catch there from for the aggressor. Amos Ahura will be daunting himself. Why did he go for that shot? Could have just had a big swing at it, but it was a half-cocked bat. Got the height, but not the distance. And Biaruhanga celebration same as Gulbadin from Afghanistan, more or less. Takes another.
Yeah, you could say that Biaruhanga had misjudged that ball. He went running towards it, but eventually getting hold on to that catch. Amos Ahura departs after posting 25 off 13, and Aboojo have 34 for 2 after 4 overs. An update from Entebbe Cricket Oval, where Ismaili Community Cricket Club is taking on Catch Tigers. Ismaili posted 136 for 5 in the first 20 overs of their innings, and Catch Tigers is now responding 51 for 1 after 5.2 overs. Pascal Murungi, jersey number 59, is the new batter in. And Wasim Bat, who is so far bowled 2 overs, picking up a wicket, is now back. Starts with a short one that is lofted, but through the cover area, and it runs away for 4 runs.
Yeah, Baguma Joseph there, not needing any second invitation. Beautifully guides that by lofting it over those fielders in the cover region. Therefore, definitely, I want your bat like this. They put pressure back on you. Aggressive batting from everybody in the lineup.
Same shot, same result, but even sweeter. Back-to-back boundaries there from Joseph Baguma, and there will be a subsequent field change for Aboojo. Sorry, for Wanderers Cricket Club.
Yeah, there Wasim Bat to blame, pitching up the ball close to the batter. Baguma just driving through the shot, making sure that it beats those fielders in covers for the same result. Wasim Bat gets a dot, maintaining that off-stump bowling area. Baguma has a swerve at it, and the player will get a single to bring Pascal Murungi on strike. Pascal, season cricketer for Uganda national cricket team, though wasn't part of the team that represented the country in the T20 World Cup qualifiers, will be looking to score for his team.
A bit full and driven down the ground. Fred Achelam fumbles it, but gives them chance to take up 2 runs. But look at that throw there. Good throw. But Fred Achelam not looking very comfortable fielding at the boundary. He's so much used to holding gloves behind the stumps. But we'll have
Interesting fact that the captain has entrusted him after him being the most expensive of either bowlers who have opened the bowling for Wanderers. Dancing down the track, lifts that, and that will race away to the boundary, but stopped by Ivan Kakande. Almost had lost a grip of that.
Yeah, he nearly lost the balance and he nearly stepped out of the boundary rope. But Ivan Kakande in the end manages to get hold onto that ball and save his side from conceding a certain boundary. But you saw three men chasing that one in Fred Achelam, Jaffa Ochaya, and Ivan Kakande. Good work. We need to see this. They know they're not defending so many runs, so they're trying to make sure that they do everything right in the field. Tries to go for a ramp shot, but doesn't make enough contact. Shouts of how is it? But the umpire says there is some hint of the bat of that shot. Didn't make good contact. Joseph Baguma.
I reckon what I said earlier at the beginning of the game, especially as the Aboojo team bats, they have to take it responsibly and with good temperament, nothing fancy. Otherwise, there could be contention and them to blame themselves if they fall short of this target.
Another slower pulled away and pulled in the gap. Pascal Murungi with a nice shot of finesse sends that one to the boundary and reduces the deficit to just 83 runs from 87 balls.
Yeah, that was pitch shot. In that was a slow ball delivery. Habib Basit is not learning from the experience in the first 2 overs, punished by Pascal Murungi. The 50 mark is up and the score is 52 for the loss of 2. 2 balls to go in the last over of the power play.
Tries to go for a bouncer but misses the line and that goes wide. Not really called 4. Just make sure that you keep on your lane and length. But Abdul Bast has already been expensive. And it doesn't look like he's even planning to stop being the most expensive bowler so far.
Probably Ivan is thinking, I'll bowl the spin, but when the power play is done, when I can't have more fielders out, he himself is a bowler of spin and it could be handy. But what I've liked really, except the loss of the 2 wickets, there is good temperament among the batters in the Aboojo team. Beautiful delivered and beautiful channel. That's will be the end of the 6th over, marking the end of the power play of the second innings. The score is 52 for the loss of 53 for the loss of 2 wickets after 6 overs.
A bit of advantage. Oh, good work there from Mandip Singh. Chips in a half-hearted dive. And that ball marks the end of over number 6. At this very stage, Wanderers was 31 for 1. But Aboojo is 53 for 2. Clearly shows that they are in a comfortable place. And runs are coming their way. But the only breather for Wanderers Cricket Club is that they will have 5 fielders patrolling the boundary. So if they can try and make sure that they stop the fours from, they could stop the boundaries, it could give them a chance of defending the 133 runs that they have posted in their innings. Bowling change. Ivan Kakande replaces Wasim Bat. It will be now the captain taking the matter in his own hands. We saw Brian Asawa, the captain for Aboojo, shining with the ball, picking up 2 wickets. And now let's see how Ivan Kakande responds. Extra cover, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and deep square leg are the fielders who are patrolling the boundary here for Wanderers Cricket Club. Left arm off spin. Played in the gap. Welcoming ball. Nobody move. Nobody gets hurt.
Definitely, the bowler, there Ivan Kakane not bowling to the plan and his field. Bit of disappointment from the fielders there at the leg side. Sorry, in front of the square. Beautifully guided by Joseph Baguma, just opening the blade and just whacking the ball in between the fielders. Very, very important passage of play for both teams.
This time round, this is even hit well. Hit straight to the screen. Good pickup show there from Joseph Baguma. A 4 and a 6 will make it already 10 of the first deliveries from Ivan Kakande.
Beautiful pickup by Joseph Baguma, hitting it in the safest area back to the screen. Nobody will take that any day. Beautiful batting display by Joseph Baguma. Currently at Joseph Baguma currently.
Ivan Kakande coming and not delivering that one, taking his time. I tell you, being welcomed with a 4 and a 6 really puts you worrying where you could put the next delivery. I tell you, the game is now shifting in the side of Aboojo. They are looking very, very comfortable in the chase despite losing 2 early wickets under the power play. A bit short, cut, a Davis chipped in, not sufficient, another boundary.
Very, very beautiful shot again. Baguma opening the blade once again. Just directing it to beat that fielder, Abuseguya, who could have done better. Unfortunately, it beats him all the way for 4 runs. Pressure on the bowler and onto the Wanderers team. Joseph Baguma on 27 currently. Definitely a wicket here will do a lot more good for Wanderers.
Another shot there from Joseph Baguma, cuts it late. Another boundary there for the side, 18 already off the 4 balls that Ivan Kakande has bowled. And now some bit of confusion here. He will make a change in the field, Ivan.
I tell you, Ivan is not bowling bad balls. It's just a field set, which could have been stopped the 3rd ball. Now the 4th boundary is a gap. The fielder was wrongly placed, and that's why you could see that field change of Kakaire Joffre from deep mid wicket, deep square leg, brought into the gully region.
Plays it to the cover, to the deep extra cover, and just 1 run. But what a batting there from Joseph Baguma. He made batting look easy in that over. 3 boundaries, 1 maximum. And now Pascal Murungi will face the last ball of the over. Pascal Murungi, another striker of the ball. You can't really rule him out. Rocks back and he plays it. This time round it is beautifully fielded there by Aboojo at the point area. And that will mark the end of the most expensive over so far in the game. $19 runs off that over. And 72-42 is the score after 7 overs. What a welcome to the bowling attack there. Ivan Kakande may not even come close to the ball again in the innings. It will take some bit of too much confidence and self-belief if he comes back again to bowl. But Geoffrey Kakaire will be the bowling change, replacing Abdul Habib Basit from the side of the shell. Geoffrey Kakaire, young brother to Kenneth Waiswa, the Cricket Cranes player, but he's doing a lot of good coaching work within the Masaka area. He's been assisting Yusuf Nanga at Masaka Sek. He was the youngest player during the Batibo Max tournament a few months ago. And now we'll be looking at replicating that good performance. Starts with a quick one and it is played down to covers. Chance will run out, takes a shot at the stumps, but doesn't make good contact. Misses that one, but it could have been trouble for Aboojo if that had hit the stumps.
Yeah, very, very tight there for the two batters. Of course, as I said earlier, if Aboojo could be quick on his feet and in his hands, could have created much run-out chances for his team. Probably the batters noticing it and taking advantage of that. Bit of change there. Aboojo goes into the cover region directly. Cut away beautifully to Biaruhanga, who will make the stop, but won't stop the batters from making the run.
The way Wanderers is fielding at the moment, they need to get a little more runs to work around with. A plan which has always worked for West Indies. Despite the way they field, they always trust their power to be batting. That is got off the hip backward of the square for just one. But the umpire confirms that those are leg byes onto the total.
Definitely, you feel like a player like Geoffrey Kakaire would have opened the bowling for the Wanderers team. The way he's bowling, decent lines, hard to beat. Shouts of an appeal there. Definitely that hit something, not the bat. Of course, the umpire will have to check the bowler, the batter, sorry. Seems okay the way he's moving, but definitely a check would have to be completed.
Yeah, but I think the plan for Wanderers Cricket Club could have been looking at the runs that Abdul Basit had considered in the first over. You could have made a change right away and bring in Geoffrey Kakaire to try and make sure that you keep some pressure on both sides. 60 runs from 75 balls. If Aboojo is to make it to the semi-finals, played sweetly for a maximum. Good pick-up shot there from Pascal Murungi. That was in the slot, and he manages to knock it away for a maximum.
Yeah, Pascal Murungi there trying to hit the over-pitched ball, and he's successful. Hits it there into the cow corner. Of course, that makes sure that you maintain the run rate. You don't want to give anything away, and you keep the fielding team on pressure.
Not so good contact there from Pascal Murungi, but a dot ball.
That will be the end of the 8th over. The score is 82 for the loss of 2 wickets. Still required 52 runs in 72 balls.
Aboojo Cricket Club won the toss and elected to bowl first against Wanderers Cricket Club in this quarter-final matchup. Wanderers posted 133 for 9 in 20 overs. Aboojo responding swiftly. Amos Ahura earlier on posted 25 of 13. Joseph Aguma slid the crease with 33 of 16 at a strike rate of 206.25. Pascal Murungi 14 of 10 at a strike rate of 140. A bowling change there for Wanderers Cricket Club. The captain, Ivan Kakande, who went for 19 in the previous over that he bowled from that end, will be replaced by Ochaya Jaffa. Ochaya Jaffa, also known for his hand-off spin, but he comes in at a time when these batters are making some bit of aggression. Ochaya previously played for Tornado Cricket Club before switching and coming to Wanderers Cricket Club.
What one would wonder why Wanderers is missing certain players. Suleiman Sharif missing in action, probably not around for the game.
Not a lot of effort there from Jaffa. You could have clearly stopped that one. There are no fielders behind the bowler, so every ball that comes to the bowler should be stopped by the bowler himself. Ochaya Jaffa, a brother to Ochaya Amir, a cricketing family there, Lennon. At what time they were playing for the same club, but Ochaya Jaffa leaving his young brother with the Tornado Cricket Club. That is in the slot and it is the hit. Freddie Achalam will see it cross the boundary and go for that maximum. What a shot there from Joseph Baguma. Uganda needed a few of these hits during that World Cup qualifier in Zimbabwe against Tanzania. Unfortunately, Joseph Baguma didn't come to the party that day. Swing and a miss, and he cleans him up. Jaffa Ochaya gets Wanderers Cricket Club the third wicket. Joseph Baguma swinging quite early, didn't align that one well, rattles the wickets, and Aboojo will get a breather.
Looking to take on everything. Joseph Baguma misses one straight to the timber. The third wicket falls for Rounders. Definitely a little bit disappointed by Fred Achelam. Couldn't say that it was the sun. Could have put in a little bit of effort on the boundary to prevent that maximum. The previous ball before the wickets, you could see there is a bit of some hope. There is a bit of some hope between the Wanderers as they huddled in. You could see tough instructions from Mandeep Singh and the skipper trying to rage their team that they could easily get back into the game if they were really focused. But let's see how proceedings go on.
Matthew Musinguzi, jersey number 23, is the new batter in for Aboojo Cricket Club. Matthew can also hit the ball far. 45 needed in 69. 89 for 3. Aboojo Cricket Club chasing 133. Jaffa Ochaya still bowling there for Wanderers Cricket Club. Tries to go for a booming drive but doesn't make too much contact. That runs backward of the square towards short fine, but Matthew Musinguzi manages to get off the mark. Matthew Musinguzi is also part of the players who played for Uganda during that 2022 Under-19 World Cup in the West Indies. The ball is using the left arm but bats right. A leg spinner to be precise. One for the future. Made his debut during the Pearl of Africa series alongside Calvin Watua. Still growing. through the ranks. A bit short and driven there by Pascal Murungi, straight to the fielder at deep mid wicket. The throw not so convincing, but just 1 run taken.
That will mark the end of the 9th over. Score is currently at 92 for the loss of 3 wickets.
At Entebbe Cricket Oval, where Ismail Community is taking on Catch Tigers. Catch Tigers need 47 runs in 52 balls with 8 wickets at hand. Nandi Kishore Patel returning to the pitch, 15 of 22. But earlier on, Sadas Kakuru posted 46 of 26. Geoffrey Kakere returns to bowl for Wanderers Cricket Club. Comes in at a time when Aboojo need 45 from 68 balls. Balls are slow, it's driven down the ground to find Ivan Kakande, and just 1 run is taken. Murungi Pasco still holding things there. 11, 12 balls is first to so far, he scored 16 runs. Whereas Matthew Msinguzi is yet to get off the mark. A bit of a short pitch delivery, but it is driven backward of the square. A chance to take 2. Fumbled, but they will take 1. The fielding standards for Wanderers Cricket Club have not been so convincing. When you don't have so many runs, you should not be giving away many of these runs in the infield. A bit of a half tracker driven down to the extra cover area to find the safe hands of Fred Asylum. Achelam chips in a good throw, and just 1 run is taken by Wanderers. I beg your pardon, by Aboojo. Aboojo killing Wanderers softly. Just making sure that they get the required runs.
But I think the damage came in the power play, Ivan. 53 for the loss of 2 wickets. Very many runs, almost 9 per over.
The precision that Geoffrey Kakere has used to bowl here, Lennon, you would feel that maybe no contact. Good line and length there from Kakere. And there will be a mid-wicket conference between Pascal Murungi and Matthew Msinguzi. Still more batting to come for Aboojo Cricket Club. Ivan Theothemwera, wicket-keeper batter, yet to come in. Fortunate Ali Juna all set up other batter, yet to come in. And Innocent Movers can as well swing the bat. So, Wanderers Cricket Club need to make sure that they pick wickets as quickly, as swiftly as they can. Driving, but 94 for 3 is the score at the halfway mark of the Nyakasura, rather Aboojo innings. At this time, at this same time of the game, Wanderers had 55 for 3. Aboojo clearly ahead in terms of everything. 40 from 60 balls with 7 wickets at hand. Required run rate just 4 every over could give Aboojo victory and send them to the semi-finals. But Jaffa Ochaya will return to bowl for the side from the Ginger Road end. Rocks back and plays it down the ground, but just a lot ball there. Swings hard, catches the call, but nobody to catch that one. That was in the slot, and Pascal Mulungi swings hard at it. Works it over the cow corner area and scores a maximum for Aboojo.
Yeah, Pascal Mulungi there benefiting from the over-pitch delivery from Jaffa Ochaya. Definitely low boundary has been long time coming, and indeed that will bring up the 100-run mark, currently at 100 for the loss of 3. Pascal Mulungi has batted beautifully with a lot of composure.
Yeah, Pascal Mulungi returning from his second stint in the Zimbabwe League. This league has made some impact on Pascal Mulungi. Another maximum there from Pascal. Just going down and picking up the length very nice, and manages to play it over the head of Fred Achelam at cow corner for yet another maximum. Starting Gulen on Pascal Mulungi having a chance of playing in the outside league has really impacted his cricket. Ever since he started playing in Zimbabwe, there has been change in his approach. And I think it's one of the good initiatives that Cricket Uganda has done, trying to make sure that they facilitate some of the players. We saw Ronald Ultaya going into the high performance camp in South Africa, where he came back not the same player. So if many of these players can get some of these opportunities, it could be good for the future of cricket. You know, development is more of mass participation, but with high performance, you get a few promising players, work with them and make sure that you refine them and make them very good products. Dot ball there from Jaffa Ocha will mark at the end of over number 11. 107 for 3 is what Aboojo has, and I didn't just...
Rahil Sawa has been called off by the captain, and the captain will change bowling sides. Come from the ball end, from the shell end to bowl. Definitely things aren't going good for the Wanderers side, and I tell you, if there was a win predictor, it would have been at right now currently at 95% chance for Aboojo team to win.
Ivan Kakandi was explosive in his first over, giving away 19 runs. And now he returns to bowl. The only positive we could take is that he changes bowling sides. The ball might have been coming quick from the Ginger Road end, and now he comes in from the shell end. Still believing in himself, Ivan. Chance to catch. Oh, that doesn't come into the hands of Jaffa Ochaya. Well, that will run away for another boundary. What a way to welcome the captain back into the attack. A half-hearted commitment there from Jaffa Ochaya. He went diving, but he didn't quite get hold onto that one as it races away for another boundary.
I can't blame him for that drop. Very tight catch, very hard catch to take, diving onto your left, your weaker side. But mostly to the wound, that ball ran away to the boundary after that drop chance.
Rocks back and tries to cut that one, but doesn't make any contact. But that is a very good line and length there from Ivan Kakandi, just keeping it close past that fourth stump area. Should be one of the areas he should be thinking at bowling, so that you don't give them a lot of room, but also keep the wickets into play. Goes for a reverse sweep, but doesn't make any contact. Another dot ball there. Good thinking there from Ivan Kakandi, still keeping his side alive in the game. Balls for Aboojo to make it to the semi-finals. Shout as high as that, but not out is the call from the umpire. Good contact. Backward of the square. The chase is on. 2 runs taken there.
Yeah, the umpire signals 2 byes. Probably the wicket keeper has given off too much. Could see the frustration on Fred Achelam in the deep cover, deep point region. Swerves it away beautifully on one knee. Pascal Munji for a beautiful 4.
Yeah, he just gets down that ball and manages to play it down to the fine leg boundary to pick up that boundary. Well, that boundary marks the end of the over. 117 for 3 is the score after 12 overs, and only 17 runs needed from as many as 48 balls. For the final action, the defending champions at the verge of being knocked out of this one. We saw them being very lucky in Group A, just edging past Tornado Bees on net run rate. But luck cannot favor you every day.
Wanderers losing this, Ivan, would mean we shall have a new winner of the UG20. Rahil Sahal given the ball to ball. Decent action could cause problems for the batters as that ball delays in the release of the arm.
And he really gets hold of it very well and doesn't just let it slip out of his hands so quickly. Starts it off with a dot ball. Wanderers still alive in the game. Good bowling. Another dot ball. This time round, that's flicked down to the square leg. And Achelam will follow it to the boundary.
Casual fielding, as Ivan said a bit earlier, from Wanderers could have probably set more if they wanted to do that, but beautiful timing there to guide it to fine leg. There, actually, I'm not happy.
You could feel that maybe somehow Wanderers is starting to concede defeat. No effort whatsoever there from Fred Achelam. Played straight to the hands of the fielder. This time round, a catch is taken. And Matthew Musinguzi will see himself trying to shape that shot, but in vain. And there, he will have to depart.
Could see there, really, there are no even celebrations by the Wanderers players in the 13th over, Ivan. 7 overs to go, but you could see that the team already has dropping bodies all over. Probably they've conceded too early. New money in Ivan Sawithamira.
48 Ali Juna is the new man in, drives one past covers and gets off the mark. Chance to take 2, but he's sent back by his batting partner Pascal Murungi.
She required 13 runs in 7.3 overs. The sun setting beautifully here at Lugogo Cricket Oval.
But for the lovers of cricket, clearly, it has been a good day to come at Lugogo Cricket Oval. We've seen the balls flying, maximums, boundaries, wickets all happening at this very ground. confirmation of 4 wides there by the umpire. Not sure why Rahel tried to push that one. But that will reduce the deficit to just 10 runs for Aboojo to advance to the semi-finals. Play down the ground for Net Arjuna there with another single, and the single will mean that the required is even under 10 runs for Aboojo to advance. But that will mark at the end of the over. From Entebbe Cricket Oval, Catch Tigers need 29 runs from 24 balls with 7 wickets at hand. I tell you, this game has kept close, Lennon. And I think the only difference in this game has been the fact that Catch Tigers had a very good start. Of course, also Ismaili playing without Riyazat Ali Shah, you would feel that he could have given them some more extra runs and maybe give them something to fight around with. But Ivan Kakande, the captain for Wanderers Cricket Club, will get the ball. He comes at a time where his side must defend 7 runs in 42 balls. Quite impossible, but impossible is just a word. Wide. Run is taken. 5 to get. Correction there from the umpire. Umpire confirms that it's just a by run, not really wide.
Yeah, definitely. The way Pasco was jogging towards the striker's end, he wants to finish the job off his bat. But really, it has been a pedestrian show of defending from the Wanderers' side. Could have been a good game. A good stop there by Rahil will only yield 1 run. Four runs to win. 1 shot away is Aboojo to the semi-finals. Swing and a miss there by fortunate Arjuna, trying to guide it down the 3rd man. Definitely the win predictor right now will be at 99.9%.
Goes for a reverse sweep but doesn't make. That's good contact. Fumbled. A comedy of errors. And Aboojo will capitalize on that. I tell you, Wanderers somehow will have themselves to blame.
Yeah, the fans just having a laugh at the way Wanderers are fielding. Really, it has been a shame of not putting up a good performance at this level.
Of course, Wanderers being relegated earlier on in the 50 overs league. Them alongside Avengers will be playing in the 2nd division next year, and the promoted teams from that 50 over league, Gem Sugar Cricket Club and the Mukono Warriors Cricket Club. Mukono Warriors came on the scene last year, whereas Gem Sugar came on the scene this year. And these two are already going to test top flight cricket. Just 2 runs to win. And that boundary there from Pasco Murungi, the sweep shot, will see them cross the line, picking up a 6 wickets victory, and they will be part of the 4 teams that will surface in the semi-finals. Of course, from Entebbe Cricket Oval, the champions of the Division 1 Catch Tigers are yet to cross the line. They need 21 from 18 balls. The game has kept close, but from here at Lugo Cricket Oval, Aboojo has knocked out the defending champions, meaning we will be having a new champion of the UG20 being crowned.
Yeah, commanding victory by the Aboojo cricket team. I think they were the better side today to win in this afternoon game. Wanderers tried to pull out some shots, but it wasn't consistent with either the bat or the ball. There were wrong selections of who to bowl at what particular time, and you feel like probably they'll need to rethink next year on what to do. But that has been a good match for me.
Wanderers up against Aboojo, a game where Aboojo Cricket Club won the toss and elected to bowl first. Wanderers managed to post 133 runs for a loss of 9 in the 20 overs of the first innings. Abu Seguya 17 of 27, Rahil Sarwar 18 of 25, Biarhanga of 28 of 17, Hitesh Prajapati 16 of 18, Mandip Singh 16 of 12. 18 extras given away by Aboojo, and Wanderers stretching to 133. 2 wickets for Brian Asawa from his 3 over spell. 1 wicket apiece for Matthew Msinguzi, Pascal Murungi, and Joseph Baguma. Aboojo managed to chase down the target. A solid knock from Amos Ahura, 25 of 13. Baguma Joseph, 39 of 19. Pascal Murungi, 44 of 27. 11 extras given away by the defending champions. And only a wicket apiece by Wasim Bat, Abdul Basit Habib, Jaffa Ochaya, and Rahil Sarwar. But in the end, not being in position to advance to the next stage. Aboojo Cricket Club will be the happier side, having won by 6 wickets. Well, my name is Evan Cyprian Sajabi in the comms, and I've not been alone. I had Lennon Kangume here with me. Call it a wrap up for today.